Hey everybody, Matt here. I'm going to be doing a quick little video here. I've gotten a few PMs from people on some of the guns that I've done reviews on, and I've noticed kind of a theme here. I've had a few people, specifically people who are either on their first or second pistol, that have had problems with pistols when they first get them out of the box. And you know, I mean, eventually the problems smooth out. But I've had questions, and my first question back to them has always been, well, did you do an initial cleaning when you got it out of the box? And this is something that a lot of y'all out there probably already know. So if you don't want to watch the video, I completely understand. This is mostly for people who may be on their first pistol or second pistol, or maybe they haven't even bought their first pistol yet, but they're looking into getting their first pistol. And this is something that surprisingly, from what I've noticed, a lot of gun shops and a lot of people you talk to when they're selling the gun, they never mention this to you, and it's not something that the manufacturers mention either. So it's something I just kind of wanted to go over with you and give the reasons why. Cleaning your gun when you first buy it is very important. Because you can basically, what happens is these guns get manufactured and get boxed up and shipped off and put into a storage room, say at a you know, a dealer, or especially if you're dealing with like a big box chain, like a big sporting goods store, like we have down here. We've got Academy, which is a big sporting goods store, and they tend to keep stock on quite a bit of stuff. And that stuff can sit there for a while. So what the manufacturers do is they put gun grease on it, for lack of a better term. And if anybody's familiar with like older surplus rifles, you know what cosmoline is. It's pretty much like that. It's a very thick coating, a very thick grease that they coat the entire gun with, inside and out. And some companies are worse at this than others. Some companies, like I've noticed with Smith & Wesson, from my experience, has been real good. They put a very light coating on there, and it's it's really not even noticeable. And haven't had, you know, I mean, I always do an initial cleaning, but I would feel pretty comfortable even if I didn't, pulling it out of the box and being able to shoot that gun without having any problems. Other companies are very bad about really caking on the gun grease. You know, and like I said, it's because they don't know how long the gun's going to sit there on the shelf before it gets sold, and they don't want any rust or anything getting on that gun and affecting it. And the reason this is the PT92 that I just did a review on, the reason I've got this gun out is because Taurus is really bad about the gun grease. And I say really bad, it's actually a good thing. You know, they do their part to try and keep the gun in good shape up until the point that it's sold, and then it's your responsibility. But for anybody that's ever had a Taurus, you more than likely have noticed when you've gotten it, it had an excessive amount of grease all over the thing. And like I said, if you're buying your first gun, it's very important to clean all that grease off, and not just the outside, but on the inside too. Now, I'm going to show you all this here. This is another reason why I picked this gun. It's very easy to take apart. These companies will put gun grease all inside your action in here. All down on the inside of the slide, you know, all in here around the hammer. They will cake the gun grease on these guns, okay? And like I said, Taurus is really, I mean, they plaster their guns in this stuff. I don't care whether you're buying a semi-auto or a revolver. I don't care whether it's a polymer gun or a steel gun. I have noticed that with Taurus, they really cake that stuff on. Actually, and then there's a company I know that I've noticed in my experience has not. It almost looks like they don't put any gun grease on it. It's Keltec. It seems to me like they send their guns out dry. But anyway, like I said, this is just a real quick video. When you get your gun, whether you notice the gun grease or not, whether it is, you know, regardless of what the company is that makes it, take your gun, read the instructions, make sure it's unloaded, and strip your gun down. Check out the instructions if you don't know how to do it. Look at the instructions. Every manual that I've ever seen will tell you how to field strip your gun, and just take it down. Get you a little solvent. Clean it off. Give it a good initial cleaning, because 9 times out of 10, if you're having problems when you took this thing out of the box and took it to the range and shot it, it's because it had crap in it. Okay, and what happens with that gun grease is it attracts all the powder. So you may take this gun and you may take it to the range, and you may put a couple magazines through it and not have any problems. Okay, but by the time you get to that, who knows, 20th, 30th, 40th round, all that powder that you've been producing by shooting this gun starts mixing up with that gun grease that's inside, and it starts getting thick and it starts getting nasty, and then you start having problems like failure to eject or failure to feed, things like that. So like I said, I just want to do this real quick video just because I've had a few PMs from people mentioning problems they had with some of their pistols, and also from personal experience, I actually have a friend who had a problem with his, and it was a revolver of all things, but it was caked with gun grease. It's just real important when you get your gun, take it home. When you buy your gun, if you don't already have it, get yourself a little thing of solvent, a little case, a little spray can of rim oil, or what's the other one that I use? I can't think of it right now, but a little can of oil and a little thing of solvent, and just clean your gun real good when you first get it, because 9 times out of 10, that's what's causing you problems. If you have any problems when you first get the gun, it just needs a good cleaning. So anyway, just wanted to make this short. Didn't want to get too involved in it. Like I said, a lot of you out there probably already know this, and so if you don't watch the video, it's completely fine. I understand. This is just kind of a little video just to kind of go over that with anybody who might be thinking about purchasing a new gun, or has purchased a new gun and maybe it's their first one, and they don't understand why they had problems when they first shot it. Probably the reason why. Give it a good cleaning. You'll be much happier, get much better results with it, and then make sure you keep it clean too. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll have some more vids up soon, and that's it, man.